Hello, welcome to the Dolby House here at ADE 2025. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Adrian. I'm within the music partnership at Dolby. I'm very excited to host the next session with French electronic producer Worakls. He just released his last album in Dolby Atmos, and here he will be explaining all the creative process from the very beginning of his ideas to the immersive version that you will be listening here in Dolby Atmos. If it's your first time here, or if it's the first time you've heard about Dolby Atmos, it's an immersive format. It's now available in more than 20 streaming platforms. You can enjoy it at home on your mobile phone with any pair of headphones. On a car more recently, we have more than 30 partners with different Atmos cars. And here as well in this very, very beautiful room. So with no further ado, please join me in welcome Kevin and his musicians. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Oh my God, that's loud. Okay, I'll try not to speak too much so we can listen to some music today. So yeah, as Adrien said, we're here to show you the creative process of my new album, From One Blink to Another, and also tell you how the Dolby technology interacts with that and how important it is for this album. So I'd like to start with the first track I created for the album. It's called Furia Electronica. So what happened is that my whole question throughout the album was to, like, how can I renew orchestral music and make it more modern, okay? So when, of course, we ask this question, orchestral music, it comes to mind like classical music, right? So I tried to start with something that would sound very classical. Very classical, right? So to put it even more classical, I made it play by a trio. So it's only like cello, violin, and viola. You will hear that. And then straight away we will be back on the modern world with a big drop and basses and something really more like simple and way more straightforward. So here what is important is that we also have that. The story of this track is about my love for classical music and the fact that it's actually kind of dying, and it saddens me. So when we think about something dying, of course we think about this very famous theme from Chopin, Funeral March, something like a... Right, we always think about that. So I tried to use that kind of vibe to create a violin solo. I mean, what is more emblematic in classical music than a violin solo, right? So I created something like kind of the same vibe, right? So you will hear how electronic music blends with this violin solo. And finally, I want to add that so electronic music represents the modern time, classical, the previous time, the past times, and yeah, I'll just try to make them communicate. So in terms of technical, like the Dolby technology allowed us to have the orchestra playing in front of you, like if you were attending a classical concert. So that's the goal of Furia Electronica. Please, David, if you could play the track. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, Furia Electronica is the battle, how to not let orchestral music dying. Okay, I'll switch to another track. So of course, when you ask this question, how to renew orchestral music, the first thing that comes in mind after classical music is which genre does that very well actually at the moment. So of course, film music, right? And so, of course, I listen to a lot of film music, video games, etc. And so I'm inspired a lot by that. And that's actually how we got to meet with Ekaterina. And so I've written this melody that it was very inspired by the Japanese influences, Nobuo Uematsu for the Final Fantasy video games or Joe Hisaishi. So I tried to do something very poetic, how Japanese people, composers can do. How was it again? I'm losing my notes. um, But this melody wasn't enough. I mean, even though I tried to find some poetry in that, it wasn't enough. Then I orchestrated it, still wasn't enough. So that's why I contacted Ekaterina, and she sang on it. So the story about this track is very, very personal because I'm very involved into like climate change things, animal rights and everything. And Ekaterina was coming back from a retreat. Actually, I was kind of rude with her. I was making fun of that, but yeah, I thought it was really nice. It suited her very well, and so I thought, okay, since it's all about something very personal, we could write lyrics that speaks about that, and also that she could impersonate the earth. So in this track, she's the earth, you are the earth. The orchestra is the elements, the nature, the fact that it's unpredictable, the fact that it can interact with the earth and with us, and we don't know when and where it's gonna strike and how strong. And maybe we should, yeah, play it first.
Should I strike?
Yeah, you should strike. Okay, let's try to play that,
Yeah.
and then we'll show you the track. Impressive, right? You don't get used to it. I mean, heard that 100 times, but yeah. So yeah, so this is very, very personal for me, and in terms of technical thing, what we tried to do on this track with the Dolby technology is that we tried to have a mix that sounds very, how to say, very cinematographic, right? Like movies music. Or maybe I can allow myself just to tell you one more thing. You will hear when she will speak a lot, tell us a lot of things, and after that the elements will also speak by themselves. And I wanted to, you will notice because it's gonna be an oboe solo, and I wanted nature to speak like very quietly, like in the silence, something like that. But also in a melodious way, beautiful way, but complex. Fragile and perfect. Okay, I hope you will remember all that. It's a lot of informations. Yeah, the Earth orchestra is gonna be the nature, the elements, and electronic music here symbolizes the fact that it's gonna move forward with or without us. Okay, so David, please, if you can play the track. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, there is also another part of me that is very important in my career, is that I've been part of rock bands. I mean, I'm playing piano since I'm 3, but then I've been like doing my first experiences in rock bands, and so rock is very important for me, rock and metal. And also it's even more important since the fact that I'm doing all that with the orchestra comes from the fact that I saw once the symphonic live of Metallica. And what I noticed when they did that, they played their tracks with a symphonic orchestra, and I noticed that the track were actually exactly the same. And it was very interesting for me to notice that. Why? It was exactly the same emotion, the same feeling. The composer would really recognize his own track, but it was better, wider, deeper, more beautiful, everything. So I kept that in my mind, even though I was like 15. And I thought, if one day I have the chance, I will myself have an orchestra as well. So that's why I'm doing that. So for this one, I wanted to include like a rock vibe, a metal vibe, but also play it with an orchestra. So an instrument is just a tool. You don't have to play classical music with a cello, for example. And actually, we created some kind of metal riff with Antonin Winter here, and you could play it for us, please. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so it's been inspired also by the composer Shostakovich, a Russian composer, which does something in several pieces that are without any chords. It's more like on a straight note, right? Like something is running and you're chasing it. So that's what I tried to do in this track, Tawa, and yeah, I hope you will find the rock and roll vibe in this one. Thank you. David, if you could play the Tawa, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. The next track we're going to talk about is Ange, so it means angel. I called this track Ange. Why? Because we were about to play in a festival in the south of France, and this festival asked me if I would like to do a performance with acrobats that would be dressed as angels, sorry, and they will be suspended in the air, and they will throw feathers at the audience. So I thought it was really nice and inspiring. So first of all, I thought, okay, what is an angel? So it's a guardian, it's something that, yeah, it's very pure, but it's also a fighter, right? So it's not really that pure, kinda. So I created this melody that is very high on the keyboard, but it's also like quite intriguing. Okay, that's the melody, okay? We are here. Now I have to give it some movement, because this is too classical, obviously. I always had the idea, the wonderful idea, to try to compose like Mozart. Yeah, good luck. So I thought, okay, I've always liked this piece of Mozart that goes like a... We all know that, right? Symphony 25. So here the rhythm is called a syncopation. So it means that the beat, the melody is not played on the beat. So if I play my melody on the beat here, it would be like... That's on the beat. what's syncopation? Okay, so now you know what is a syncopation. Okay, so that will give me some movement. Then we were listening to the album with the Katerina, and yeah, we thought it would be really nice to have her voice on it as well, because we could get some kind of religious, kind of Da Vinci Code vibe, you know, on it. Yeah, sorry, I'm a mess. I know I'm a mess. I'm doing my best, I swear. I'm more comfortable with that than speaking, I'm sorry. But yeah, so we thought about doing that. So we looked for a poem in Latin that speaks about angels. So we found the lyrics like that. And first of all, we should probably try to sing it. Yeah. So you will see the track oscillates in between two things. It's when the melody comes back on the beat, and then it goes back to the syncopation. Okay. So first of all, I'd like to. You guys can play the main melody when it's on the beat. Right. I'm not gonna play on that, and then we'll do the second one. Okay. Very nice, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. And then at some points we needed a counter melody, okay? A counter melody, and we did it with a wonderful solo of Antonin, and you could join us after that, yeah? Should we play it twice? So you arrive at the second time? Yeah, okay. We didn't rehearse. It's gonna be okay. We're not sweating. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Wish us luck. Okay. Okay, we have all the ingredients here, and since since it's about angels, you will notice at the end that we have like this break. We have this break where we added an even more religious, like kind of church choir based on her voice only. I intentionally underlined all the rise before the drops, so we could like feel that we're going to kind of the sky, heaven, to join the angels, and also her beautiful voice is coming from the top because of Dolby, thanks to Dolby. So that's what makes it very interesting here to use this technology. Did we have anything to play? No, we just have to play the track, huh? Right? Okay. Okay, David, if you could play Ange this time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll make it quick because they tell me that I don't have time anymore. So just very quickly, I would like to say that on this album there are also a lot of different featuring artists, such as, for example, Carl Cox, legendary DJ, or also Haeyun, K-pop star, Loreen, who like won the Eurovision twice, and also another guy who does something like with this quite the same approach as me, like who tries to put a lot of orchestral instruments in his music. His name is Apache, and with him we tried to explore it in a rap way. So the whole track is about the fact that we were eating an ice cream, and next to us were riots in Paris, and we were like, "Don't you think it's crazy? Like the world is burning, and we're watching somewhere else." And of course, it touches us all politically, the climate change, everything, socially, and all that. And so we tried to speak about that in the track. I encourage you to go and watch the video clip that we did. You will understand it way better. So sorry, without any transition, we're gonna play Rome is Burning. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I'm the party pooper. We need to finish. And
Yes.
thank you, Ekaterina, Antonin,
Ekaterina
Kevin, thank you so
Shelerova,
much.
Antonin Winter, and also David Getz, who mixed the album. And of course, thank you also, Dolby, for this amazing sound technology and experience. Thank you so much, and to you for coming here today. So many. So thank you all. Thank you.
Worakls. Thank you.